Mark.
Hi. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Mark.
Hi there. Hi, Caleb.
Mark.
Hi. Hi, Candice.
Hi Mark, how are you?
Good in yourself?
Thank you.
Super. Welcome. We'll just give it another few minutes for the rest of the colleagues to join, and then we can start our session.
Mark, we have a few new employees, Mohammed and Jackie.
Okay, Jackie. Jackie Maroon. Okay, sounds familiar. Hi.
Mohammed.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, Jackie. Wow. Nice to see you.
Long time.
My
Indeed.
word, it has. You haven't changed the day.
Likewise.
That's fantastic. Good to see you.
Hi, Mark. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Mohammed. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So you just joined the company, is it?
Yeah, Jackie and I both on Monday, I think.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. Well, congrats. I've also just joined the company. Pretty much, I guess. So yeah, good. We welcome to the mindfulness session. And yeah, welcome to Adam and Andile. Hi there.
Hey.
Hi there.
Hiya.
So welcome to Steve and Hope. Itumeleng, welcome. Nice. Good. I think we can begin. Great. So, for those of you that don't know me, it's Mark Joseph here from Mindful Revolution. And it's really good to be here with all of you on this Wednesday. And I know that we kind of spread out all over the place. Some are in the UK, some are in SA. Are there any other places that I'm missing out on? Yeah?
We have Nigeria and Nairobi.
Okay, awesome. Wow, what a collection all over the place. So it's great, wonderful. Welcome to Roger. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with a mindfulness practice, and I'm going to encourage you to turn your phone on airplane mode. I'm going to encourage you to switch off notifications or just close your email program down. It's only 30 minutes. You'll survive. And yeah, just encourage you to be 100% fully present. I guess that's impossible. It is impossible. We're going to explore that today, but just to try, and then don't beat ourselves up for trying. Hi, Alina. Nice welcome. And yeah, I eternally welcome and cool. So we're going to start with a little practice of breathing. Just sitting comfortably in your chair. With your 2 feet firmly on the ground. And let's take in a lovely deep inhalation, breathing in through the nose. And then slowly exhaling it out the nostrils. And then another deep breath in through the nostrils. And then open your mouth and gently release that breath side out. So now opening your eyes, I'd like you to gaze around your room or your office space and find something perhaps that your eyes can rest on. And it might be something that you've never really looked at before or noticed before. Give you a moment just to find it. Okay, I found mine. So just focusing on that particular object and thinking to yourself, did I know that it was there? Or have I ever looked at this before? And maybe it's been there the whole time, but I've never really observed the shape, the color, its texture. moving your eyes now to something else. Let your eyes settle on the next thing. And looking at that and observing, maybe it's got a shine, a reflection, a certain hue, a gradient, a tone, a shape. And really bringing yourself into the moment just by finding that particular thing. And we'll do one more. Let's scan the room for the next thing. And then focusing your eyes on that particular thing. And really observing the shadow, the light, the color, and also how it makes you feel. And then bringing your eyes back into the present moment. Let's take in one more deep breath, breathing in through the nose. And exhaling out the mouth. Super. So if we can just make sure our microphones are on mute, because I can hear some feedback coming through. Thank you. And so welcome everyone. That was an interesting exercise. What did you notice? Did you see something new? You can pop it in the chat. The first time I did this exercise, I was like, holy moly, there's something on my wall that I've never actually seen before. And I asked my wife, what is that doing there? And she said, darling, it's been there for the last 3 years. So it's kind of weird when I don't know if you had that moment, it was like, what is that doing there? I've never noticed it before. And there's a lady called Ellen Langer, who is a Harvard professor. We've done quite a bit of work with her, actually. Adrian Jacobs, who's the founder of our business, actually invited her to South Africa, and she came all the way from New York, and she gave a big conference at Sun City, and she's quite an amazing woman. I believe Jennifer Aniston's going to play her in a movie about her life, because she's quite phenomenal. But she's not like big into sitting and meditating for mindfulness. She's all about like noticing new things. So if you walk into a room or a space, she says, to get us out of autopilot, we notice something in the room. Or I sometimes go for a run, and sometimes I'm like so in my head. That's why I don't believe in that saying healthy body equals healthy mind, because sometimes I can come back from an exercise session and feel more stressed. And I just think, well, okay, while I'm running, I can look at the tree, I can look at the car, I can find something that I might have always walked or ran past but never really noticed it. And then that gets me out of my head. And there's nothing wrong with sometimes being on autopilot or actually being in your head. It's just like when it starts to hurt you, when you don't want to be there, when that particular thought pattern is a rumination of something quite dark or painful that you would rather not spend your life stuck in. And the problem is we are stuck in that autopilot mode for about 47% of our day. Okay, we are on autopilot for like 47% of the day, according to Ellen Langer's research, which is a lot. Which is quite, yeah, I mean, it is. It's a lot of time. So I'm just going to share a portion of my screen with you. So it's really just to notice, new things, to get out of that autopilot mode. And autopilot is really about when we are focusing on the future, when we're lost in our planning for what's next to come. And I see Andile says there's a pen that broke the other day, and there's this plastic piece from the inside of the pen that's randomly sitting on my desk. It might be sitting there for the next year if you never noticed it, Andile. Mohammed saying, my humidifier was leaking on the dining room table, been sitting here all day. Exactly. I mean, it's like stuff's going on and we're just not present to see it. I have a water pond and I did not realize all the birds drinking, says Fiona. So we're waking up out of autopilots, and this autopilot is kind of like just what's happening. So Ellen Langer is saying, like, get out of your headspace and we can do this by noticing. So I love this. Notice. Thank you for noticing this new notice. You're noticing it has been noted and will be reported to the authorities. And we're looking at autopilot. What is autopilot? So sometimes I call us time travelers. Is that we spend so much time in the future and time in the past. So we do time traveling really well, but how well can we do the present? So just looking at this table, autopilot, we react with habits, we emptily relive the past, we neglect realities, we miss the details, we reenact established patterns, we have limited choices, we repeat past emotions, we neglect our potential, we enjoy life's pleasures less. But look at the mindful way. And the mindful way is when we are actually present, when we are actually here. We respond with awareness. We fully live in the present. We accept realities. We notice the details. We see the big picture. We have many choices. We have fresh emotions. We realize our potential. We enjoy life's pleasures more. So I'd like to know what stands out for you. Yeah, engage with the chat. Let me know. I'm curious. What actually stands out for you in this table? And it could be either the autopilot or the mindful way. And I find one thing that sort of stands out for me at the moment is that we enjoy life's pleasures more if we are present. Okay. And on the weekend, I love like Indian food. I order like the paneer makhni with a garlic naan, and that's my favorite. Like I'll drive across town to my favorite restaurant just to get it. I'll spend like an hour and a half just getting the food, bring it back home, and sometimes like I'm watching the Olympics or I'm watching something, and then I'm eating my sacred paneer makhni, and I realized the one day that I didn't taste it, and all I had left was a stingy, burny feeling from the medium spice of the curry, and I thought to myself, damn, it took me an hour to get this, and I didn't even taste it. And why did I not taste it? Because I wasn't there. My stomach was full. I felt completely bloated because I ate too much. I wasn't in contact with my body, and the meal was gone and I wasn't there. I was somewhere else. What a waste. I could have just eaten cardboard and it would have had the same effect. So some of you are having some comments coming through. We have many choices, says Obakeng. Thank you for sharing with us, Obakeng. Nice to see you. Hope is saying we respond with awareness. Yeah. Fresh emotions rather than the same old tired emotions that keep coming up for us. The different choices between mindful and autopilot. We fully live in the present. We fully live in the present, says Taris and Nancy. Tabiso, aware of life's pleasures. Yeah. In Richard Wiseman's The Luck Factor, he has a bunch of actions that you can take to be more lucky. Noticing things and being aware of your environment is one of the key points. How's that? Like stimulating luckiness. Andile, we reenact established patterns. Absolutely, we do. I think it was Albert Einstein that said we can't expect to solve our problems with the same level of mind that we use to create those problems, So, and Ellen Langer says the same thing. She says most of the suffering and most of the problems in our life is because we're in autopilot. And she says we make silly decisions. We make decisions based on old, tired ways of thinking. And I mean, look at this. This is a campaign done by BMW. It's an international campaign. It's scary, right? Why do people text and drive? Why do we text and drive? I'm guilty, Your Honor. I've done it. Now I ride a motorbike. If I text and drive, I'm going to die. But why do we do this? What is the reason? I mean, it's like a pandemic on its own. Why do we text and drive? Do you want to pop in what you think? I know that Pharrell Williams did a big campaign. We had billboards up in South Africa about texting and driving. I used to see billboards like about drinking and driving. Now I see billboards like texting and driving. So I'm guessing that texting and driving must be more of a problem than drinking and driving? I'm not sure on that. But why do we text and drive? What's with that? So a lot of people say to me, what's it? FOMO. Fear of missing out. Always rushing, said Tabiso. Yeah, so we feel like trying to text at traffic lights is my guaranteed way to ensure only green lights. Jackie, it's called Murphy's Law. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing, like when you're in a bad mood, your computer all of a sudden shuts down, or Teams doesn't, or Zoom doesn't load, or something? It's weird. Let's see. Wasisa is saying everything is urgent. Everything is urgent. Okay. So yeah, so we just have this sort of always on culture, which is harming our mental health. Siri can't pick up my accent. Caleb. Wake up Siri. Get Siri out of autopilot. And immediacy, says Andelia. No one wants to wait for anything anymore. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, we are harming possibly ourselves, the people in our vehicle, and maybe somebody else on the road. So, and also our attention is suffering terribly. Our attention spans are dropping, and our we're staying on autopilot longer than we should, which is also harming our mental health. Because if we are distracted or controlled by our gadgets, then we are no longer in charge of our own emotions, our own thoughts, and our own awareness. Yeah, so we're shining the light on, awareness. We're shining the light on these things. Okay, cool. So we're going to do a little, I don't know if any of you have seen this video, but please watch carefully. This is a little test in present moment awareness. Okay, are you ready? Okay, here we go.
The monkey business illusion. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. And that's the monkey business illusion.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Learn more about this illusion and the original gorilla experiment at theinvisiblegorilla.com.
Okay, the monkey business illusion. How did you do? Did you? Okay, you missed the curtains. Nice twist to the original. Okay, so the original is something we might know, right? About the gorilla. And it just highlights the fact that we can't see everything at once. If we're focusing on how many times the ball is bouncing, you're not going to notice the gorilla. I didn't see the gorilla the first time. I didn't notice that the curtains were changing color because our brains are limited. It's like, these are players on the stage, and our awareness can only handle one or two actors at the same time. We can't handle more than that. And the Harvard University tells us if we try and multitask or try and focus on more, like 3 or 4, our IQ reduces to that of an 8-year-old, So I wouldn't want to be kind of like trying to work on big projects while I'm looking at my phone while I'm checking my emails and I'm trying to focus on the task at hand, knowing that my level of awareness and IQ is dropping down to that of a little child. Let's do another one. Check this out. This is going to require that you put on your microphone. So what we're going to do is we're going to read out loud together column 1. And column 1, not the word, but the color. Okay, not the word, but the color. So column 1's pretty easy, and you can follow my lead. Just don't do column 2 yet. We're just doing column 1. Okay, so here we go. So it goes like this: red, blue, green, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, green, red, blue, blue, yellow, green, red, red, green, yellow. Yay!
That went crazy.
That was easy. That was easy. Now, remember, not the word, the color. Okay? Not the word, the color. Column 2. Column 2. Let's do it together. Let's go. Yellow. Red. Blue. Red. Green. Yellow. Green. Red. Blue. Yellow. Blue. Red. Green. Yellow. Blue. Red.
Yellow, green, blue.
Wow.
It's easier if you unfocus your eyes.
Yeah, you got to try and squint. So not so good. You pretty sucked at that one. So what's going on there? There's like a problem, you know. There's a fight going on, and it's quite normal. There's a fight. Lillian stopped midway. It's funny. It is funny. The problem is that your autopilot brain wants to conserve energy, and it wants the lazy route. And the lazy route is to read the word. But the mindful part of your brain is saying, come. This guy said color, not word. And there's a fight between what is called, you can put your microphones on mute, please. There is a fight between your mindful awareness and your autopilots. And you can feel it. You can feel how uncomfortable that feels, you know. And sometimes we can't see what's directly in front of us because our autopilot wants to see it in a certain way. And that's why this test is very important for minors. It's a psychometric for safety officers that can identify potential hazards where people can lose their life. But and they time them to see how quickly they can do column 2. If they don't do it in a certain time, they don't get the job. Because it shows maybe that their autopilot is too strong and that they haven't developed their mindful side. So interesting, very, very interesting. Then this is a very famous image in the mindfulness circles. Is our mind full or are we mindful? And our mind can be full of stuff if we're on autopilot. But if we train in mindful awareness, we can clear a lot of that clutter. So I'd like to lead us into a little mindfulness practice now. Let's get into that. I'm going to stop sharing there so that we can have some more experience with this present moment awareness. Okay, so let's take in another deep breath, breathing in through the nose. And slowly exhaling out the mouth. Resting now just on your breath. Being aware of the gentle inhalation and exhalation through the nostrils. And try to stay in this moment, in the now, in the present. And we do this by using our breath as an anchor that sort of grounds us into this moment. And what will happen is your mind will wander to thoughts, sensations, sounds. And that's okay. That's what our mind does. It moves off into its autopilot default narrative. But with mindful awareness, we can redirect our attention and get good at it by saying, Waza, kom terug, come back to this moment, come back to my breath. And enjoy another deep breath and relax your awareness before the next little trip that you take. And the more that we're able to bring ourselves back from the storyline, from the drama, whatever, the better it is that we are able to focus and stay present. Rest now on your breathing. You're doing well. We call this attention management. The time management is long gone because we've got so many distractions. But if we can manage our attention, then we're winning. Then we're winning at mental health, at mental fitness. Let's take another deep inhalation in. And slowly exhaling out the mouth. Good. And then gently blinking your eyes open. Yeah, well done. You just practiced some attention management, some mindful awareness, which brings us out of that autopilot. And I don't know if any of you noticed, but did you notice that I put my pajamas on? Let's go back to what I was wearing, just to prove to you that. So that's how I started the session, you know, and then I got into my pajamas. So, I mean, really, like, do you really think I'll walk around wearing my pajamas all day? No one noticed. So, yeah, thanks for a little bit of fun today, everyone. Yeah, so this is why we practice mindfulness, you know, this is how, because it's just to bring us into the moment more and more, and we can't be aware of everything. There's just too much going on. There's just way too much going on. I want to read you a little poem before we go. It's a poem by Portia Nelson. It's a lovely little poem. It says, I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in, I am lost, I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes me a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it's my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street. Yeah. And that takes practice, friends. That takes practice. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, ladies and gents. Our time is up for today. Thank you for joining. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Lovely to see all of you and some old friends. Jackie, well done and good luck with your job. And Mohammed, good luck to you. I'm sure these lovely people will make you feel part of the family. See you next time, everyone. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Mark.
Bye now.
Nice one, Mark.
Cheers.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
My pleasure. Bye. Bye.